Hey everyone, welcome to the Man Doozy podcast.
You're probably thinking, why the word doozy? What does that even mean?
Well, the word doozy means something that's extraordinary or outstanding of its kind.
And we are not that, but we want to be.
So this is the podcast where we give you all the tools you need to become successful in
And the
life.
best part is we're allowed to be successful ourselves, but we need you to be how successful yourself.
I'm Alex Stubb.
I'm Matthew McLaughlin.
I'm Detective Goebel.
And today we're going to learn how to solve a crime. An unsolvable crime.
We do kind of look like we also commit crimes.
We do commit crimes
We
while
look like while
crimes.
solving crimes.
Today's episode is also sponsored by BotticelliFoods.com. Use the promo code Doozy. Check out at 10% off.
And if you don't, it's a crime.
It's a crime.
It's a crime if you don't buy it.
And a crime if you do buy it without the discount. Both are crimes.
You ever notice how most detectives trying to solve crimes also commit a lot of crimes by trying to solve them, like assault and
they like
breaking and entering and stuff.
Yeah, B&Es, good old fashioned B&Es. Have you guys ever committed crimes?
Sometimes the hardest crime to solve is the one you commit.
And yourself. Just spit all over.
That is what they say.
I want to see a show where there are crime solvers trying to solve the crimes of the people solving other crimes. Because someone broke in here. Who was it? Oh, fuck. I bet it was a detective.
Oh, fuck. It
I bet it was Goebel.
It was me.
It was probably Stubb.
It might have been me.
I was drunk.
Everyone gets
Too drunk.
Everyone gets mementoed.
It was a dark stormy night, and I was drunk again. Too drunk.
Too drunk.
It was a dark night. Cold
Jazz.
night.
And you're like, yes.
She was dead, but I could still smell her perfume.
What does that mean?
I killed her, but I didn't know that till I solved the crime.
Oh, fuck, it was me.
Oh, fuck. It was me.
That's when I realized I did it.
I should get some fucking help.
I should turn myself in.
I should stop blacking out.
I should stop blacking out.
The criminal was me. Oops.
Have you guys committed crimes?
The end.
Have you guys committed crimes? Maybe?
Yeah. I'm not going to talk about them.
Well, then I don't know.
See ya. Thanks for that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, because I would have solved it
Oh, yeah.
if you guys committed a crime.
I
was at a convenience store and I stole a bag of Doritos.
Okay, maybe don't admit that on the internet or allegedly.
I gave them back.
So you didn't steal them?
Yeah.
No, he stole them, but he gave it back.
Okay.
Which means the crime didn't happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool. Is that true?
If you cancel it out.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a detective. So
Yeah. I'm not here to defend your rights. I'm here to solve your crimes.
Yeah.
Wasn't a bag of burritos. I mean Doritos.
Say what the fuck is a burrito? A bag of burritos.
Damn, dude.
Damn. Holy fuck.
I stole a bag of burritos from a convenience store.
A convenience store sells burritos?
Yeah, a bag of
Bags of them.
Bags of them.
It was the biggest crime I've ever solved.
I've never solved it and committed because I did it.
Because I did.
I grabbed the bag of burritos. Police came. I said, "Case already closed, boys."
As he's eating a
was
burrito.
me.
'Twas I that stole the burritos.
And they were like, "Detective." That's me.
Okay.
And they're like,
Okay.
and you just keep walking away. Like, detective.
Hey,
me.
detective.
Detective Burrito.
Oh, so you stole a bag of yourself.
It was my own self that I stole.
Wow.
I stole myself.
Wow.
We're making this like a weird kind of Inception. Like you had to steal. It's like, what are you gonna do? It's like a national treasure. It's like, I'm going to steal myself.
I'm going to steal the declaration of myself. So, yeah.
What have you committed a crime?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Have you solved any crimes?
Have you solved it? That's a good
That's
question.
a better question for this episode in particular. And no.
No, me neither.
Because, well, hold on. That's actually not true. I used to play Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? And I did solve crimes because I found where she was. I've been the time traveling one when I was a kid.
Yep.
Went to Egypt.
Yeah. So you solved a lot of fake crimes.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Have you solved any crimes?
probably.
I played L.A. Noire. Did really good at that too.
Yeah.
That one was hard. You got to read faces.
Gotta read
I
faces.
didn't really understand that dynamic,
Yeah.
but it was like, I mean, when they're lying and it's like, are they lying? And they're like,
I mean, it was. Are they lying? Yeah, it was.
But here's the thing: I'd always go, "Well, yeah," and it's like, "No, they weren't." And you're like, "What?"
You're like, "What?"
They weren't. They were just nervous. You're like, "What?"
Hello? I did love it. Was immediately like, yeah, and that's not, I didn't do it.
Yeah. They would just.
And you're like, what's happening? That guy's having a seizure.
It's like, what? I think he just has an itchy back. I don't.
Your back is a crime.
I just imagine you saying that to anyone and just pulling out your 6-shooter in the 30s and just both hands just stop shooting everyone and be like, I just had an itchy back.
It's a crime.
Crime.
Well, since none of us have ever really solved a crime, whatever that was, that is upside down. Let's go to the top 8 tips of how to solve a crime.
Okay.
I will say that I've always wanted to be like a detective.
Okay, what's stopping you?
The actual work.
Yeah, that's probably so. It's the idea of it that sounds good.
Yeah,
The idea of it's really cool.
you fantasize like.
But like if a murder happened, they're like, you have 12 hours to figure this out, and I'm like, oh shit.
And you're like,
I'm gonna miss lunch.
That's not really on my timeline.
I'm not really okay with that. I'll tell you when I can do it. But also,
It was me.
for I keep coming back to that. As a detective, you have to be an alcoholic.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And like your wife
You
left
probably
you.
see some sick shit.
and a lot of stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to have to do that. Like, I'll drink, but I mean, like, I have to. You got to have the mail stacked up on the thing, like another, and it's always like the,
if you're
almost eviction notices. And,
if you're not on your second wife, you actually cannot solve crimes. It's in the law.
down slope of a marriage, my third. That's from Heat. He's a detective.
And also on his third marriage.
And his third marriage.
Or you ever played Detroit?
Is he also on his third marriage?
No, the game.
I know I never played it. Is he also on
Detroit
his...
with the AI people and you're a detective? And
No, I got it. What marriage is he on?
Oh, he's an AI detective.
He's an AI detective.
I hear you. I'm asking
Android.
about the marriages. What marriage is he on?
He never.
He's an AI. He's an AI. Yeah.
That's why games aren't real. These are the top 8
Fifth
tips
marriage.
of how to solve a crime. Tip number 8, don't. Unless you are a trained detective or work in the criminal justice system, you should probably leave that to the professionals. You could mess up evidence and put yourself in a dangerous situation. Everyone wants to be a hero, but maybe relax in this instance,
No book, no good detective novel came from someone going, I'm good.
That's
were
true.
like,
And most of the movies are, someone knows that something's wrong and they know how to solve it, and the cops are like,
stay out of this,
we got it.
Riley."
We got it handled. But like that main character gets it done.
Yeah, that's why it's a movie, though. Those aren't real things, though.
I don't know if that's true.
Hold on. What do you not think is true?
That being said, tip number 7, identify scene dimensions. Locate the focal point of the scene. Establish a perimeter. So don't commit the crime. Don't go and try to solve the crime. But if you're going to, locate the focal point of the scene. Establish a perimeter large enough to contain relevant evidence. It's better to establish a larger scene than needed. This ensures that you are able to keep the most important places free of contamination or disruption.
Yeah, for sure. If you're going to do it, you got to make sure you have a clean crime scene.
Yeah. Big enough, wide enough.
You got to get some caution tape. You got to put that around.
Right. Stop people from getting in and mucking things up.
Yeah, and then when people arrive, you can also lift up the caution tape, because that's always a really cool thing to be like, oh, no, he's good.
Yeah.
Caution tape up. Mm-hmm. Which is important. That's part of solving the
I want to
crime.
be the caution tape guy.
I want to be the caution tape guy. Okay.
You know what I would want to be, not this, but I would end up being this.
Okay.
I'd be the detective who walks up to the caution tape expecting the caution tape guy to lift it, And they'd be like, wait, where's your badge? Because, they just lift it because they know them coming in. Mm-hmm. They'd be like, oh, sorry, Maddie, I didn't write. You got a haircut. I didn't write. I was like, come on, I've done this before. Mm-hmm. I'm here to do this. And they'd be like,
It's true.
Why do I always got to check in at like this front desk of a crime? Just, it's me. Why just wave? Why I always got to sign in with you here?
I think if you were the caution tape guy, you'd stop everyone and you'd be like, "You're not ready for what's in there."
Yeah.
Bloody.
It's bloody.
He's on his 5th marriage.
He just finished up his 5th marriage because he was murdered. So
By me.
Wait, you just committed the crime here?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And it was just like a financial tech crime, but it's bloody in there. Why?
What?
Why?
I got a paper cut.
Digital blood.
Digital blood.
I killed his 5th digital marriage.
It's true. It's true.
Who would you be?
On the crime scene?
I could see you being the sergeant like, God damn it.
I would have to be the guy.
God damn it, stop.
Yeah. And I'd come up to the caution tape and they'd be like, he's got clearance. And you'd be like, fuck.
He'd be like,
I'm at every crime scene. And you're like, no, stop. I'm like, you can't do this without me. And you're like, fine. And then I walk out in the scene and I'm like, right there. Murder weapon. And they'd be like, did anyone check that? Did anyone check under there?
Did anyone check that? Did anyone check the bureau?
Like, how do you know?
Check
and
the
I'd be
bureau?
like, because I did it. And I'd run.
They're like, you know what?
We truly have to stop letting him in here. No one check the bureau.
Murder weapon there.
He's on his 5th marriage. He commits all the crimes, but goddamn is his sense of smell spot on.
Spot on. He could smell that
Why
knife
didn't
a
you
mile
come to my
away.
8th wedding, Chief?
He's got the best sniffer in the BPD.
He's the best guy around. What about the murders?
What murders? Yeah.
Hey, man. Why don't you keep us...
Number 6.
Why don't you help us solve this crime?
That's enough. Establish security. Tape around the perimeter. Tape it down real good. Depending on the number of people, consider security guards. Make sure you have the biggest, beefiest boys guarding your crime scene.
You gotta have beefy boys.
You gotta have beefy boys.
And
That's also a law.
Listen, you can have whomever you want, but if you're gonna have a lot of... I mean... Okay.
That was also a crime.
Because you can have whomever you want, but you got to have beefy boys to make an impression when all the civilians are coming in trying to look, and then you're like, hey, you got to be no pictures, hey, get back, hey. You don't want they got to be beefy, because if they're small, like whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
Hey, stop, whoa, don't.
Hey, whoa, don't step over me.
Yeah, stop it. And like they're not going to take them seriously, and then they'll just go right through that caution tape.
But if some guy's like, you can't be here. He's just a big dude.
Yeah, beefy boy.
Beefy
for sure.
boy.
Yeah.
Beefy boy.
Or they're real beefy boys and they're big, but they have like high pitched voices.
That could also work too. Yeah. I'd be like,
Whoa!
Stop it there.
I also feel like you need, like, every time you show up to the crime scene, you gotta have like a dramatic, like, looks like Christmas came early. You know what I mean?
Oh,
you gotta have some kind of theme, like some kind of catchphrase, or some kind of like, oh shit, the popcorn popped again. You know what I mean?
Sure.
One of those,
Like beginning of
like a double entendre.
Or like
give me one more of those.
Murder on Valentine's Day. Bloody Valentine indeed. Yeah.
There we go.
Looks like the popsicle stick went up his ass. You ever seen a balloon pop like that?
Yeah. All right, let's keep these zips going. Tip number 5.
Looks like the shoe is on the other pedophile.
Okay. All right, tip number 5. Create a plan and communicate. Determine the type of crime that occurred. Identify any threats to evidence, such as weather. Consider if additional resources are necessary. Communicate with your team about how to proceed. If it's outside, you don't want that stuff getting rained on. You could lose footprints. You could lose, blood patterns.
Another wife.
It seems like rain came again another day.
I think we've used more than we legally can play in an episode.
Okay, food again. Yeah, you get it.
I think everyone gets it. And I think that's perfect. What's up?
We just played the song in its entirety the rest of
the episode.
It's just this. If we can, we should look that up and just have B-roll of us for.
That's the best. So give me a crime scene.
Okay.
And I'll walk up to it and I'll give one of those lines.
There's an apartment with the bathtub, and there's a body in the bathtub, and the blood has it's in the water.
Okay. Rub-a-dub-dub. I go.
Let's go more.
Splish splash, shouldn't have taken a bath.
Yeah, you gotta have action after you say it.
You do need an action after.
Okay.
That's pretty. All right, give him one.
You want to give me one? Give him one.
Get him.
I give you one, and then you give him one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You show up to a college, and someone blew up the school.
Okay.
Wait.
We're not the FBI here. Hold on.
Wait. Give me another one. Okay, you show up to a dog park, and you see that all of the dogs' heads have been cut off.
Talk about a rough day.
That's pretty fucking good. That's pretty good.
Or it looks like I'm gonna have a rough day. You give me another one. Yeah, give me another one.
You walked into a Starbucks and you saw that one of the baristas melted her face off.
Okay. I'm fucking horny. Yeah, I think that could work for really anything if you think about it.
Well, I'm horny.
Think about it.
I don't know. I was looking at notice I haven't looked at the camera. I was looking at the crime scene, which is I was so in it. By the way, I was looking at. Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
You walk up to a beach, sunrise, and there are just 7 people fully crucified on the beach, facing out towards the depth of the ocean. Seagulls picked all of their eyes out in their body and just ripped them apart. Clearly the work of a serial killer. Everyone is pushed back, and they're just covered in gore and sunburns. And you're the first detective on the scene.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
I'd be like, what the fuck?
That's the guy behind.
Okay.
I could do that all day.
It's the stupidest thing in the world. We should take a break so we can do more of these.
Let's take a break
them.
for sure.
Okay,
Without them.
Good call.
Yeah, listen, we're going to do a lot more. We're going to come back, and we'll see you guys soon.
Hey everyone, are you tired of buying expensive, low-quality foods? I know I am, and that's why it's time to discover the authentic taste of Italy with Botticelli Foods.
They're a family-owned brand that delivers farm-to-table products straight to your dinner table. Experience the rich flavors of their Italian cuisine, which has been passed down from generation to generation.
If you go to BotticelliFoods.com right now, enter the promo code Doozy at checkout. That's DOOZY. You can get 10% off all Botticelli food products.
I'm talking about every kind of sauce you could think of, olive oils, balsamics, and many, many more flavorful products.
Yeah, dude. And remember, Botticelli Foods, they're extraordinary and outstanding, just like us men of Doozy.
Buy Botticelli's right now.
We now go to our favorite segment during the break. Checking in with Jose. Jose, have you ever solved a crime? You ever committed a crime?
Yes.
All right.
Cool. Yeah. Start us off, Matthew.
What do we got?
What's up?
What are some of our, when we think detectives, people solving crimes, who are some of the people that pop into our head in fiction, TV, movie, all the things?
Clearly Sherlock just slams right in my face first.
Sure. Yep.
Now, which Sherlock did you like better?
For me, it was Benedict Cumberbatch.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked Downey.
Okay. Nice. How about you?
I feel like this is going to track with personalities pretty well. I'm a classic novel guy. I like the OG, the guy where he wasn't even the main character. He was
it was Watson's book.
He was like this fucked up opioid.
He did a bunch
awful,
of heroin.
Awful, like
So
dude who
much
was
heroin.
like and disappeared, but was like almost a criminal himself. Like he was darker, but not. You know what I mean? Like of the
100%.
time. Yeah, I always liked that, and the guy watching him, like his friend watching him descend.
Yeah.
Like he was his own worst enemy, which is kind of both, but. Yeah, I like the classic. Now the books are fine, but the characters are dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
think
that.
that's true.
So it's interesting that it was literary, then like a classic British acting with this, and then the OG badass party boy. So I think that kind of tracks for us. For
Tony Stark
for what kind of Sherlock we
yes.
like. Yeah, for damn sure.
Yeah.
I would say I love the like the detective who's always like oh yeah, but we don't talk about that case to him, like that guy. Or I've been really loving Dennis Lehane books, which is all set in Boston, and it's like Gone Baby Gone, and like this investigative people who are dealing with that stuff. I love that. But on the flip side, Batman, baby.
Are you gonna put that shit in your mouth after you're combing the cat with it?
Is that a crime?
You popped a rib. Oh my god. Oh, this cat's like, shut the fuck up.
Holy shit!
Is that crap? Oh my god, that was funny. I also like that phrase for after something that's definitely a crime. Is that a crime?
Yeah. How about you, Alex? Who's your favorite detective?
I love the detectives that, or even just the shows in general, where like they're just normal people, but they have some kind of superpower where like they walk in the room and like the normal actual like detectives and police people are like trying to look for everything. And then the guy walks in, he's late, he's hungover, and he's like, check under the fireplace. Like that trail looks weird. And they find like the thing in 2 seconons. And he's like, all right, I'm going to the next one.
You're like, yeah, these tiles are from 1997, everything else from 94. So they're like, how do you know that?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I'm
a tile guy.
I'm a tile guy.
Yeah.
I'm on the spectrum. I have an alcoholic problem, and I was hit really hard in the head.
I think also honorable mention for me, because the more I've had time to think about it past Sherlock, the guy from Sin City, that detective's awesome.
Which, the first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Wait,
I forget the actor's name. The big guy. Shit, I can't remember his name.
Mickey Rourke?
Yeah.
He wasn't a detective.
He was.
He was. Yeah. So was Bruce Willis.
So was Bruce Willis. There were two detectives in that movie.
I don't think Mickey Rourke. I thought he was just a bad guy.
No.
I don't know if he was a detective.
Was he the detective?
No, because
maybe I gotta rewatch it now too.
He wasn't a detective, but he had. It was you're thinking because it was noir and it was.
He solved a crime.
He was like a bad guy that no one fucked with. He was like a hitman of his own. Like he did, and because remember you had Benicio del Toro was a cop, and then Clive Owen killed him, so that he was a bad. So the cops were mainly the bad guys in that.
Yes.
Not to poo-poo, but that was a great. It is a great noir thing.
I never watched that.
It's a good movie.
But he was solving crimes. To your point, he was solving crimes. He wasn't. He wasn't. A
he didn't
detective.
listen to the first tip, but he succeeded at every other tip.
Yeah. And he was kind of insane. Which is great.
Oh my god, yeah. You kidding me?
All right, we'll jump back into these tips.
Does he the one that rips the dude's dick off?
Oh, I don't.
No, it's Bruce Willis.
That's Bruce Willis.
Okay.
That was I had the biggest crush on Jessica Alba in that movie.
Great movie.
Sure. Hey, tip number 4. Conduct primary survey and process the scene. Identify potential evidence. Capture photographs and take good notes. The more thorough you can be, the better. Once you start processing the scene, it will be impossible to get back to the original state. Using the plan from step number 3, begin processing the scene. Collect all evidence and keep detailed documentation. It is imperative to follow proper procedures for collection so that no evidence is destroyed or contaminated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. You truly do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you're not, so what are we even doing here?
I think I love Batman as a detective, and it wasn't until this last movie that they showed him as a detective and really rocked it. And the first scene of him walking in and then just looking at everything, and all the forensics people like, oh shit, we did not catch that. And he just says, undoes the whole scene. You're like, that's dope.
He just Batman's the scene.
He just Batman's the scene. He just comes in. He's just like, yeah, that and that. And like,
He Batman's.
yeah. Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, world's greatest detective, baby.
It must be crazy though when a crime does happen and you like have to first like really survey the place and take pictures of the dead people and then like figure out how like every little bit that could go together.
Yeah.
You gotta be kind of numb to that shit a little bit.
Yeah. You're putting
That's why they drink.
Yeah, hell yeah. You put that little L like to measure how big something is. You put that next to a bunch of blood stains, bunch of parts of people. It's crazy.
It's crazy when you watch these true crime docs and these detectives who are desensitized to all of the seeing people dismembered and stuff, and then they deal with a serial killer or something. They go and they're like, it still haunts me. And I was like, Jesus, you?
I was like, does
like
it?
I see my friend like cut themselves and need stitches, and I'm like, I'm gonna be haunted forever. And you just watched like a collarbone sticking up out of someone's spleen because someone didn't get hugged by their mom. So it's
okay.
Yeah, it's
If you hug someone too hard,
Yeah, it seemed like an escalation right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's
what happens. Yeah, Night
Crazy.
Stalker. I don't know.
Yeah. Number 3, everyone. Conduct secondary survey. Because you can't survey enough.
You cannot.
Conduct another walkthrough to ensure everything has been processed and recorded. Think of this as the conduct 2, solve once method.
Yeah. You conduct 2 surveys, solve 1 crime. Done.
Okay. Double up.
Double up.
Double up. You walk around once, you're like, okay.
I did
You
it.
walk around the second time, you're like, oh,
Dang it. There's stuff I didn't see
shit.
here.
Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. You walk around a third time.
That's too many times. Now you're confused.
Now you miss. Now you
Where am I?
What is this scene? Yeah.
This is the crime scene?
Am I the
Am
crime
I?
scene?
Am I the crime?
Am I the crime?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow. But yeah, it's all about, thoroughness is the main thing of actually solving the crime. Like all the flashy stuff is cool, but you got to be thorough.
Sure.
Gotta
And you
be
got to
Henry
record. And you got to
Thorough.
record it.
You got to write it down.
Yeah. You got to
write that
jot it
shit
down. I mean, so.
What's going on? Sorry, my crime cat's here.
Okay. What's his name?
Crime cat.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did they, in the noir times, record all of the evidence? Like,
Oh, dude, tape recorders. They'd be like the captain's log.
And
in the
notebooks.
captain's log of the crime. Got it.
Notebooks, too.
Yeah,
they couldn't write, actually. A little known fact, detectives.
They could record.
Yeah, they could record.
They couldn't
but
write. Writing wasn't invented.
Detectives
Yeah.
notoriously illiterate.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, yikes, correct.
Like, I can't read or write.
All right, but I can speak. Captain's log. Tip number 2, record and preserve evidence. Use an inventory log to account for all evidence.
See?
Create thorough descriptions that match, that match photographs taken at the scene. Follow a clear chain of custody through the investigation. So you gotta, who gets what? You give it to the guy in the suit from the crime scene. They take it back to the lab where the guy.
Sorry, Crime Cat.
Crime Cat is here.
Crime Cat.
Walter Crime Cat.
Nice. Walter Crime Cat.
Stupid.
That joke landed. That joke.
Oh man.
I hate that joke worked. I fucking hate that joke worked so much. I'm fucking pissed. I'm pissed about that joke because it's really good and it was so dumb. Walter Crime Cat. Fuck! So his name is Crime Cat. Walter Crime Cat.
I
like the fact you bring like Crime Cat to the scene and you're like, "What'd you find, Crime Cat?" And his just paws are covered in blood. He's like walked in everything. He's just like does that cat thing with his paw.
He ruins crime scenes.
But then he solves it.
But he does.
Walter Crime Cat. God, that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
Tip number 1.
Okay.
Interrogate witnesses and determine suspects. Collect first-hand accounts of what happened. From that and the physical evidence, you will most likely be able to deduce who could have committed the crime. Bring those suspects in for questioning and review their alibis. I mean, this could be a whole episode itself on how to interrogate suspects.
I agree. Interrogate.
I feel like it would be fun to try to put all the pieces together and be like, I want to talk to that guy. And then you get them in the room and it's like, where the fuck? What? I know you did it. So just tell me why.
How.
And they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And you're like,
Don't be.
You know what I'm realizing right now?
I'd be really good at interrogating, I think.
But you know what I'm realizing right now is I actually don't know if you'd be good cop or bad cop. Because you would be great at both.
Oh, you would be great at both.
I would be good cop. Maybe. Yeah, I think I'd have to be.
I think I'd be good cop too. I think you're versatile. We don't really have a bad cop here, except if you choose to be.
Yeah, if I needed to be good, I could play the good card.
You
If I needed to be
you're
bad,
so
I could
right.
be
Like you
bad.
could definitely be like, hey man, Mike, come on.
Don't worry about him. You want a coffee or something?
Want a coffee or something?
Yeah.
But then,
I got you.
also you could
Cigarette?
slam his head into the table.
Cigarette? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is she?
Yeah.
Where's Rachel?
Where is she?
I could also see you
Slam the chair up against the door so you guys can't get in.
Yeah.
dragging by the hair with the chair under the thing, and you're just like, yeah. I could also see you doing that. Be like, don't be a fucking bitch, and then just like punching the table. But also the guy leaning against the door.
I'm just kidding, guy.
Come on, guy. Yeah.
Yeah, leaning against the door, yeah.
Hey, don't talk to him. Talk to me,
Like,
okay?
who the fuck is Paddington over there with the... And you're just like, it's me, Detective Paddington.
Paddington and my crime cat, Walter
Crime Cat.
Walter Crime Cat.
So you gotta determine the suspects. You gotta interrogate people. Interrogation is probably really fun.
It could be.
It's probably fun.
It could be fun.
You know what I mean? And there's probably a little bit of like excitement that you're like, oh my God, I know their lawyer is supposed to be here.
But he's not.
And we got him talking. So let's just...
Would I be like, I shut the camera off, just shooting me. How'd you do it? I didn't do it. Tell me how you did it!
And it's just like, why did you smack your leg? Tell me how you did it!
I don't know, but that really hurt.
Yeah, it hurt me. I went, oh my God. The Walter didn't like that either.
Walter, like, shit your jeans.
My leg is on fire right now.
I was going to also just make a dumb
I got
observation.
no answers, and I injured myself.
I did forget until I looked over my glasses that I'm wearing this hat at all.
Yeah, that's good.
This has been on me for some time.
Yeah. You're Miami police.
Miami.
Definitely Miami PD.
Yeah, you should have the collar. You should be really like, oh God, it's just, and then a slow fan in the corner, like barely doing anything, and the in the warm. Yeah, yeah. You're like,
It has the paper strands, whatever those things have.
it was a heat wave. Yeah, that kind of deal. And I'm the one who's just always cold with his hands in his pockets. And you're in kind of both temps. You're just always
you're wearing shorts and a scarf.
Trench coat with shorts.
trench coat with shorts.
Yeah.
You definitely committed the crime.
Yeah, I want to make clear, you committed the crime.
Walter's
coming to get you. He's,
that's right where he smacked too. He listened.
Yeah, he heard how much pain you're in, and he's gonna stay there.
So we got anything else about how to solve a crime?
Should we maybe set your phone up and end on three more?
Yeah, I think that's a good
three
idea.
Three more scenarios. All right, you walk in. There's a pool. There's a woman's body in the middle of the pool, and above her there's a glass ceiling that's been shattered through, and you're in a hotel. What do you say?
Look out below.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's good.
That's pretty good.
Give me one more.
Okay. All right. I got you. So you're at an amusement park, and there is you walk into the roller coaster, and you're at where you get on the ride, and there's a cart, but it just has a decapitated person in the front seat.
Looks like they were too tall to ride that
The hesitation. That'd actually be really funny. No,
I had more.
ride. It cuts off.
And he goes, no, that's okay. Forget it. That was perfect.
That's perfect.
All right. You're down in the subway tracks. Mood light coming in through the top, dribbling, and there hasn't been a train on this track in over 20 years. Yet someone is completely run over, and there's blood and body parts all over. And you walk up to the crime with all the lights projected into the station.
I guess he didn't stay behind the yellow line.
It's so delayed that you're just like,
Where to go?
It never goes off.
But then you just hear every squeak of the sneaker leaving. I see.
then it goes off. He's like, oh God damn it. Okay, now you give me one.
Right.
You give him the phone.
Hey, give him two.
Oh,
we'll do
okay,
two
oh,
each.
okay, all
You
right,
gave
hold
me
on.
two.
We're in a skydiving field, and a body has a parachute completely done, landed, not splattered, but they have a gunshot wound in their chest, and they're just laying in the field completely dead. No tracks near them.
And I thought gravity was his biggest problem.
You didn't even go back. You just continue this on.
Well,
Okay.
All right, give him his last two, and then thank you so much for watching the Men of Doozy podcast. We're on all social media platforms. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and if you have anything that you'd like us to teach you, let us know. We'll teach you about it.
Let us know what crimes you've solved.
Honestly, we're committed.
Yeah. And then that means we can
solve them if you tell us that you did them.
And if you've ever solved a crime, let us know what crime you solved.
Yeah, we
exactly.
want to know.
Exactly. Okay, you gotta give me a
Give him two scenarios.
Right. You show up to this baseball game, and you see this home run happen, and the ball goes right into this guy's face, and his head explodes.
Oh, so I'm watching the crime. So the rare instance where the detective was at the crime.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, was that a crime or an accident?
You're a witness now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no, you show up to the baseball field after it's happened.
Okay.
And you see this head exploding with a baseball in it.
Seems like the crowd went wild. Yeah.
Stupid.
Okay, all right. One more. Give me one more.
Thanks so much. All right. Do it up.
All right. You show up to this pottery class, and you see that someone got their arms stuck in the little clay thing that spins around and ripped their arms completely off.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's
All right, I think that's it. Hey, we'll see what catch you guys next time. All right, hey, bye.
Bye.
I was swallowing air to get that burp the whole time we were talking, and yeah.